I had to cut that last video short. I was only at 28%. I didn't want to take the chance of my phone just completely dying on me. But, I know for a fact that my people would say stuff like, yeah, and because I've heard it from a lot of people, oh, you too hard on yourself. And I'm my own biggest critic. I don't play those games when it comes to any type of self-deception. I'm always up for a dose of hard truth, and it's just because at this point in my life, I feel like I've just underperformed and underachieved. 31 years old, no legal issues, no children or anything, and I've never had anything to show for the time that I've been employed, either now or in the past. And again, it's just, I guess the journey of it all, is that I don't know if this is because of my wrongdoings or if this is because I'm on that path of you're gonna be what it says in that Bible, whether I believe the book or not. The story itself of, God deals with people when they're by themselves. He can't deal with you when you got your mind tied up in a female, in a career. And this is just for me. I can't speak on this issue for anybody else. This just goes for me that I may be on that journey, on that path of by the time I finally get it together, I would have been gone through so much that I guess it would have added a lot more substance to what I thought already was a pretty interesting life. But, again, I have more people telling me, oh man, don't be so hard on yourself. Just be positive. To be honest, I can't stand being around people like that, because that tells me that you ain't been through nothing hardcore. Again, they used to have this guy when we used to play basketball, and he was in his his mid-30s at that time. And Xavier, my brother, told me at the time, was like, hey man, dude did some hard time and came home, and now he just enjoys the simple things in life. So my brother told me that because my brother was like, man, even he be asking me what the hell is wrong with you and why you just, and again, I always have to include my health. I used to have bad health, and it calls for a lot of, moments where I just didn't have as much energy as I would have liked. So again, but it wasn't the energy part. It was like people thought it was something wrong with my attitude. And it made me feel good that the few friends I did have, when I say few, I mean less than 3. These guys knew that ain't nothing wrong with CJ. CJ's serious. Not many people could give a good description of me when I'm not around, which is okay. Because part of being spiritual and part of my personality is that I don't expect you to be able to do that. I told y'all that story about Tom, where we had a new guy and Tom was like, that's Charles over there. He may open up to you one day or he may not, it just depends. And he's kind of talking in a way in which he wanted me to confirm, is this okay? And I was really just getting kind of a comedic reaction. I had a comedic reaction to it of dude, you're hurting yourself trying to, I guess you're trying to communicate with me, without communicating with me, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's just really why I don't want to be around. That's just why I'm hard to be around. In a case in which I've always thought that the right people do like me. And I don't care if you do or don't, because I understand that the way I'm built, my personality, I'm not likable. I'm not. And I've dealt with this problem since probably my early teenage years. They used to ask me this stuff, good days, bad days, in between. What's wrong with you, bro? You good? You good? You good? And I'm like, good Lord, man. Like, whatever's being put out on the outside, I really don't like it. Because I don't want to give off this impression. And trust me, I've told you, it's always kind of played against me in certain situations, even in my house. This is why I said, like, when I was growing up, especially when I got out of school and I was already smoking and had them cluster headaches. And those were so bad because I didn't know nowhere near what I know now as far as what to take. So I was... I was shot for sleep. I was shot for food. This is around the time I just tore up my digestive system, where I just wonder why I had certain conditions and stuff. It was just weird, man. It was just, but that's really all I wanted to say. I didn't really have, again, these things, man, it's like I talk into these videos because I say this stuff inside my own head. And you might be like, well, why are you recording it? Because I'll keep saying it over and over and over, and I'll just say it in different versions and all this different stuff. Like I'll say it to myself. Like, it'll drive me insane, man. It'll drive me insane. I'll be sitting there talking to myself as if somebody's there asking me questions. And then I'll get frustrated with myself, like, dude, stop doing this. But I don't know. I look at it as like something that I heard on a guy named Jordan Peterson. What he posts this thing that says, we who wrestle with God. And just that statement alone means that if you find yourself conflicted like I do, and I already told y'all my beef with God. And if you need a reminder, that beef is like, dog, I get it, all right? I get that everybody goes through stuff. Okay. But then I understand that the ones who go through stuff and they recognize patterns. Sorry about that. I don't want some cheap candy. But yeah, I'm not a likable person. Do I want to be liked and stuff like that? Nah, I don't really care. I've gotten to the point in that's what I was saying about you recognize patterns. And then it's a thing on the inside that that God chose you. It's a spiritual thing where I always say, it's like what Uncle Ben says, with great power come great responsibility. And if it's a feeling of like, I have all of this stuff on the inside and I want to share it with people, but in the world I live in today, people are going to think I'm mad, they're going to think I'm depressed, they're going to think this, they're going to think that, and I'm probably going to break somebody's neck. Because what I think is important, they don't think is important. What they think is important is stupid, so on and so forth. And that's the path that I walk, where I'm looking at the Creator like, dude, this is stupid. To be living in the woods, going through this, going through that. There has to, I haven't really weighed out the negatives and the positives, but I guess I could do it now. One of the positives is that I'm alone. I like to be alone. I like to be alone most of the time. I would say upward to about 98.9% of the time I like to be alone. I don't really know. There's just a lot of negatives about it. no, I don't know. I would say about probably 2 positives and maybe 5 negatives of this lifestyle that I live. So, just knowing that, I just try my best, man, not to. I don't know. I don't even want to say I try, because I don't. When you're spiritual, a lot of times your soul do the work for you. Where I tell a lot of people when I want to be violent, when I want to do this or do that, I just don't. And then the excuse I make, it's like I can't be like, nigga, you scared. No, I'd be like, bro, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time. I ain't got the life force and the energy. I'm tired. I done done this, on that all day. You have people just, say some of the craziest shit to me. Do some of the craziest shit around me or whatever. And I'm just like I said, like the crazy nut job that was on the bus that jumped on that lady. In any other mindset, I'd have been like, dude, like, hey, what the hell you do? But I was just under the mindset, like, bro, I ain't got time for this. I want to go home. I hate riding this bus. I don't think I'm going to get no candy, y'all. I don't think I'm going to get no candy, y'all. Oatmeal, maybe? I mean, it's dinner time, and then I'm going to hit the gym in maybe a couple hours after a pitiful nap. But, I don't know, y'all. I don't see nothing. I may just walk in and basically upload a video or 2 or 3 and go on back to the crib. My internet's slow down, so back to the old ways. Walking up here, download some videos, go back to the house, watch them, and do that shit about 3 times a day. Go to work tomorrow, so outside of that, I wanted some wine, but I take my fitness way too serious. I don't even want to know what that feels like anymore. I know what it feels like, but I don't want to know what it feels like anymore. I'm just like, nah. I normally have my jam sessions where I just go off the chain with my my music as if I never heard any of these songs before. They just hit harder, different. I don't know, weird. And I had these jam sessions because I don't have the Nintendo, and so I get in these jam session modes. Man, I don't know what I want to eat. I think I'm gonna just save some money. I got soup at the house, but I want something sweet. I probably don't need to eat nothing. But I had them moments where I'm like, man, I don't need any stimulants outside of my weed, cigarette. And I don't even smoke cigarettes, but I smoke Black & Mild. But I don't need no other stimulants. And I don't know. It really does just kind of come out of me. Girl, don't look at me like that. You lost your mind? Bro, there ain't nothing. Like, there is stuff, but there's stuff that I don't need to eat because I take this shit way too serious. I would much rather get, like, I don't know. Cookie dough. Like, what the hell I look like eating that? I shouldn't even be recording because this video gonna take six decades to upload. Do I want some fruit? I don't want no fruit either. It was some candy that I got from somewhere. Don't remember where, y'all. And I really do think some critter like got into my tent and just like took it. I don't know where it is. It was some sour candy. And they were in there, came home, they were not in there. So, and them suckers just vanished. I thought the flashlight vanished too, but I found it. I have not found them sour pieces of candy. Man, y'all, I need to get off my feet. I'm sorry. I get to talk. Man, what do I want? What do I want, bro? This sucks. Oh, man. Yeah, man. Part of being that, that's the spiritual part about it, is that that's my beef with them. I've been trying to conclude my thoughts because a lot of times I'll just drift off talking about something else. But that's my beef, is that it's like, dog, I've already seen this movie. I don't definitively know, if I'm on the right hand path or the righteous path. I don't know. It's starting to look like more of like, bro, you're good. You good. You just gotta keep living, and trust me, you'll keep waking up and going to sleep and doing that, but in between that, you all right. I can 208, man. That's a lot of money for some grits. Shut up. Don't tell me I'm cheap. I don't want to hear it. Bro, I don't know what I want. I don't. I get back to the house. I got one yogurt, but I need a snack so that I'm not eating all of my big food. I brought a $5 bill to keep it cheap. Do I want? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know, but I ain't gonna be wasting my battery. I'm gonna upload the videos that I already got. Thank y'all for watching me, man. I do appreciate it. Because I know, I told you, I can be hard to listen to, hard to be around, so on and so forth. But I'm trying, I guess, in this thing I call life. So, I'm out.